Start with a couple of spine curls to get your spine into a good aligned position and neutral spine. So a breath in. As you breathe out, think abdominals in, pelvic floor lifted. Curl your spine segment by segment up into the air. Hold at the top. Have a nice big breath in. And then bring yourself down slowly. Ribs first, waist, hips, bottom, let go. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, abdominals engaged, light lift through the pelvic floor and curl your bottom up in the air. Hold at the top. If you like a bigger stretch, you can add your arms. And then dropping from the top, ribs first, then your waist, then your hips, bottom and lower. One more, breath in, breathing out to engage and curl up off the mat. Hold at the top. Stretch if you like an extra stretch. Have a breath, and as you breathe out, carefully place your spine down through the middle of the mat. Bring your arms back down and check that you're in your neutral spine position. Then our first level, warm up, just arms. Breath in, as you breathe out, think tummy engaged, pelvic floor lightly lifted, hold your neutral spine position and point your hands in the air. Take one arm back behind you, bring it forward. And the other arm back behind you, bring it forward. Check abdominals engaged, light hold of your pelvic floor. And start to coordinate with your breathing so that you're going out as you lower your arm out, in to come forward. If you look after the outs, the ins will look after themselves. One more each arm, checking abdominals engaged, pelvic floor lightly lifted. And then pause, and you can have a little rest or you can carry straight on. Abdominals engaged, pelvic floor, blow out, lower the arm out to the side, and then use the arm muscles to bring it back to the middle. Blow out and lower, and pull back to the middle. Blowing out, and you'll always breathe in again. Check on the abdominals. Think pelvic floor, especially a side to side kind of feeling of the pelvic floor. Pause, check your abdominals. Make sure you haven't lost your neutral spine. If you've gone squashed or arched, bring yourself back to middle. And then the last one in the sequence, both arms together. They're going to go back behind you, round the sides, back to the ceiling. Abdominals engaged, pelvic floor. Out behind you, round the sides, back to the ceiling. Blow out, control the movement out, and then let yourself breathe in again. Blow out, and let yourself breathe in again. Engaged abdominals, think pelvic floor, out and in again. And then pause, relax. Now we're going to do the same sequence but add some hand weights. So I'm going to use 1/2 kilogram hand weights, which is the same as a tin of beans. We're going to do our sequence again. First, a quick spine curl to make sure you're in a good position. Stretch up and lower down through the middle. Then take your hand weights and hold them overhead. Now the breathing changes because it's all a bit heavier now. So breath in. As you breathe out, abdominals and pelvic floor. Blow out to lower an arm back behind you. Hold there just off the floor as you have a breath in. And then blow out to get back to the middle. So breath in, blow out to lower. Keep the elbows straight. Have a nice breath in and blow out to come back again. Check the pelvic floors engaged. Blowing out, have a breath and blow out. Have a breath and blow out. One more each arm. Keep the pelvic floor engaged, abdominals Relax your arms. Check you're in your neutral. Take the hands back to the ceiling and we go sideways. So breath in. As you breathe out, lower your arm out to the side, and hardest is to hover just off the floor. Have a breath. Now as you breathe out the second time, you pull that arm back, thinking abdominals and pelvic floor to help you. Breath in the middle, blow out to lower out. Pause. Hold the weight of the hand and pull back to the middle. Lowering out. Have a breath and pull back to the middle. Check the pelvic floor, abdominals flattened. Keep your elbows as straight as you can, shoulder blades pulled down towards your feet. And though it looks like an arm exercise, you should be feeling that you're having to use your core quite a lot to help stabilize your body as you bring your arms back to the middle. Pause and lower. Quick check, abdominals flattened, pelvic floor lifted, tiny gap under your waist. And now the circles. So breath in. As you breathe out, lower your arms back and hold the weight of both hands. Have a breath, and as you breathe out, you swoop them around the sides, back up to the middle. Breath in. As you breathe out, lower back behind you. Have a breath, and as you breathe out, you swoop back round to the middle. Breath in. Breathe out, lower out. Pause. Have a breath. Check tummy in, pelvic floor. Scoop your arms back. Two more. Check the pelvic floor in the middle each time. Work with your breath. And last one. Then we're going to add holding our legs in as well. So a quick reset of your spine position, neutral spine, abdominals engaged, pelvic floor. Point your hands to the ceiling, fold one leg into tabletop, bring the other leg to join it. Now go back to your single arm lifts. Straight elbows. If you work with your breath, it slows you down and makes everything more challenging and more precise. Blow out to go back, have a breath, and blow out to pull forward. One more each arm. Then pause and change to single arm flies. Open and close. Squeeze the knees and feet lightly together to hold your tabletop position. Keep checking abdominals in, bit of pelvic floor. One more each arm. And you might want to have a knee rest, leg rest at that point. Final one, legs in tabletop. Take both arms back behind you, scoop round the sides, back to the top. And the slightly more advanced version, scoop round the sides and head lift, drop back, which I think most people will enjoy if you're already at this level. Scoop round the sides, head lift, drop back. Keep the shoulders down, be breathing out as you head lift. And if you aim for that, you'll find you get your breaths in the right place. So blow out to lower out, have a breath, out to scoop up. Last two. Relax your shoulders, hug your knees in, and you could finish with a couple of spine curls as well as your simple cool down.